Can Nigel Farage abolish indefinite leave to remain? That's the question being asked and then very quickly answered by ANN News. They did an okay job at answering the question, but I want to clear some things up. This is Stupid Stories by News of the Week, the show where we go behind the headline or the social media post to explain away misleading and incorrect information to help you stay informed. Firstly, ANN News claim that indefinite leave to remain is protected by law and that it can't be cancelled by a politician's wish. And they're right, it is protected by law, and it is the case that a personal wish definitely can't override it. But if Reform were in government, it wouldn't just be a personal wish, it would be a policy platform of the government. And with a big enough majority and enough authority, it could be revoked. Then it mentions the parliamentary process, saying that the change would require approval by Parliament, not a single leader or a party. And that's true as well. Changes as major as removing ILR would have to go through Parliament, while there would be influence from other parties in the committee stage. And in debate, a government could force it through. If that was to happen, it would probably be caught up in the House of Lords, and then it would go under intense scrutiny. But again, this is only temporary. If a government really wanted to and had the staying power, it could force it through. Then ANN noted that the UK is bound by international law and human rights obligations, which would present legal challenges to the legislation. And that's absolutely true. Things like the right to family life and things like the UK's membership of the ECHR, the European Court of Human Rights, would make it difficult to pass legislation. But it would be wrong to say this makes it impossible to pass, because it might be under an alternative definition of the right to family life. It's also that Reform might want to replace the ECHR, and if that's done successfully, then the barrier that this creates goes down drastically. Withdrawal from the ECHR would also present issues, but both the Conservatives and Reform have talked about doing this, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could happen. Finally, ANN also reported there would be an economic and social impact to removing ILR. That's absolutely true. There are loads of immigrants who have become British citizens who settled through ILR. But due to this, the legal challenges will be based on fairness and things like uprooting people's lives. This would probably be factored into the policy. There could be a situation where ILR is removed and replaced by something else, and these concerns are largely bypassed because they would have already theoretically been included in committee stages and in consultation. It's a realistic challenge, but the extent to which it would become a challenge isn't clear. As you can probably tell, ANN aren't wrong. I've had to nitpick here. ILR would be difficult. Currently, it would probably be impossible for Farage to do it, but it doesn't mean it's always going to be impossible.